Hi there, everyone. My name is Christian Eschbach. Welcome to another one of my album reviews, and it is once again Alice Cooper time. We're doing Paranormal here. Okay, I gotta be completely upfront about this one. Kind of a mixed bag with this one. Is it a good album? Yes, it is a good album. Do I have some Alice Cooper bias on this one? Definitely have some Alice Cooper bias on this one. But the Alice Cooper bias works against this album. I should also point out that we're going to be discussing the 2-disc version, as I am a Alice Cooper junkie, and of course, if there's going to be a 2-disc version, I'm going to buy it. So, first track, Paranormal, kicks off the album. It's a good song. The problem is, it's pretty cliche for Alice. It's not bad, but it's kind of, in the grand scope of Alice Cooper, I don't know if it's a song that I really kind of, gravitate towards. It's definitely not a song I'm going to be listening to years from now. I can say that with absolute certainty. Then we get to the next track, Dead Flies. I like Dead Flies. It's not a, once again, it's kind of a bit cliche for Alice. But it's the right type of cliche. Alice singing about dead flies it feels right, Everything about it just feels right. And it's got a great groove to it, a great rock groove to it. Moving on. Next we get to Fireball. Fireball. Absolutely love this song. Every part about this song, and it wasn't a surprise to find out that this is a Dennis Dunaway Alice Cooper song. Fireball's just got this great rhythm that it just rips into straight ahead the whole way, man. Like, this is a full throttle song. I actually still will put this song into mixes, especially if I'm putting together a cycling mix or like a high energy mix. Oh my god, yeah. Totally for high octane. Paranoid personality. It's a fun song. Musically, it's a good song. It's kind of cliche, though, for Alice. Even musically, it's cliche. This album does a great bit of trying to capture the vibe of early Alice, of original Alice Cooper group, that real rock and roll kind of sound. Kind of in certain ways captures it too well. After that, you get to Fallen in Love. I actually dig Fallen in Love. Yeah, that's all I can really say is I just kind of really dig Fallen in Love. I really kind of get into it. It's got a great kind of blues-esque vibe. After that, you get to Dynamite Road. And Dynamite Road is a little too rockabilly for me. I'm not a huge fan of rockabilly. And Alice has done rockabilly quite a bit. And once in a while, I don't mind it. Dynamite Road, it's all okay, but it's not really... Just not really a song I'm overly interested in. Private Public Breakdown. This one's not bad. This one's not bad. It's okay. It fills up the album okay. Let's see. Holy Water. It's got a good vibe to it, man. It's got your great kind of Christian revival, bring you back kind of, oh, holy water. Yeah, it is. For those that, getting that kind of weird groove about Alice and his being born again. Well, his father was always a minister, so that shouldn't be surprising. And in all honesty, I mean, some of the coolest rock songs ever have had some type of religious implication. Like, Norman Greenbaum's Spirit in the Sky. Man, come on, find me a cooler fucking tune. There's other songs like this. So, Holy Water, is it up there with Spirit in the Sky? No. But is it a fun song? Yes. Does it fill the album up nicely? Yes. After that, we go into Rats. I'm not sure how I feel about Rats. It's not bad, it's not great. And then the official album finishes off with The Sound of A, which was the only song that I am aware of that got released as a video. And The Sound of A is a great way to finish the album. It really has this cool vibe to it, really kind of old. And, Alice said it was written back in the day. Way back in the day. It was a really early song that just never got recorded. And when I listened to it, I could hear parts of it that definitely sound like it could have been, one of those songs from the real early days. Like, we're talking Zappa era, maybe. Just kind of has that kind of vibe to it. And it's a really cool tune. I really dig it. The atmosphere behind it, the music behind it, the subtleness. It completes the album in a very, very delightful way. And it's definitely one of the better songs on the album. The whole way around for replay value. Now, when it comes down to just the core album, I personally like Dead Flies. I think it's a cool, fun song. It's got a great rock beat to it. Really enjoyable. Fireball, like I said, goes into mixes. I still regularly put it into mixes, especially when, like I said, I'm out riding my bike and whatnot. And then The Sound of A. Those ones definitely are three songs that, have, to me, have some good replay value to them. Holy Water also has some good replay value depending on the mood that you're in. It's definitely one of those songs where I can see it, years down the line being in a movie and, it's in there and people are like, what the hell is that? And it just is a great, you find out it's Alice Cooper. It's like, what? No! So out of the core album, there's 3-4 songs on there that really kind of can pop and stand out. There's other ones that aren't bad either. Like I said, Fallen in Love's not bad. Paranoid Personality's not bad. The problem is when you compare these songs to any song off the Killer album, really. Any song off the Love It to Death album. Any song off of School's Out, like Muscle of Love even. Yeah. Okay, compared to Muscle of Love, there's a couple good tracks on here. And Muscle of Love actually is still a decent album. Not to shoot it down, but like when I say, comparing to the original band, is this album better than, say, Pretty's for You and Easy Action? Yeah, one could make a good argument for that. But it definitely doesn't have the experimental mentality of those necessarily, except for The Sound of A. Like I said, that one definitely sounds like it could have been from that time period, or was intended from that time period, a lost song per se. Sound of A definitely sounds like it belongs up there with Levity Ball. That's how I'm going to put it on that one. Let's move on to the rest of the album here. Okay, so disc 2, we got 2 new tracks written and performed with the original Alice Cooper band. You got Genuine American Girl, and this is your classic Alice Cooper gender bending song where Alice is singing being a girl. Great, wonderful, okay. It's pretty standard for Alice, it doesn't have the tongue-in-cheek subtleness of, say, King of the Silver Screen or the Ballad or Saga of Jesse Jane, just kind of a lot more, just hammer you over the head with it kind of thing. And then you got You and All Your Friends. And I actually really kind of dig You and All Your Friends. And I really got into it when I was listening to it before I came up to do the review for this one. And I was really honestly enjoying it. And I enjoy this album a lot more now on replay later, years later down the line. This album was released in, what was it? Do I got a year here? On 2017. And I probably enjoy it a lot more now than I did in 2017. 2017, I think Fireball and the Sound of A was the only thing I would have recommended off of here. And Fireball is really, I think that's more a me song, and I don't know if that's going to be for everybody. That's, like I said, that's a high energy song, man, especially on the drums, man. I love the intensity on the drums on that song. Okay, so, just, after the two new songs, you then get into a live set of music, a small live set. You got No More Mr. Nice Guy, Under My Wheels. Always appreciate Under My Wheels live. That is a great song live. No More Mr. Nice Guy. It's one of those songs, it's great when Alice does it, but if he doesn't do it, I'm okay too. Under My Wheels, I have never said, wow, don't play that again. Or that's one of those songs where, especially when he's opened up shows with it, it's such a great opener. Then you got $1 Billion Babies. As a drummer, $1 Billion Babies is always a song I'm looking forward to hearing. Feed My Frankenstein. I understand why it gets played all the time. I really do. And I understand the crowd appeal to it. And I love the we're not worthy chant. We've all done it when, Alice has done intros where he talks about it being in Wayne's World, because he's done that during live shows. He doesn't do it so much anymore because now the way he places Feed My Frankenstein in the set list, it's a great little bit where, Frankenstein monster comes out of the machine, a bunch of smoke, looks really cool. It's a great part of the stage show now. But there are other songs it could be used instead. I would enjoy more. Only Women Bleed. Okay. I've never been a fan of the song Only Women Bleed. This song is like basically the birth of the fucking power ballad to me. And I know it's made Dick Wagner and Alice Cooper a shit ton of money. But just because it's made someone a shit ton of money doesn't mean that it's a great song. Because you're not going to find a lot of dudes that really enjoy the song. It's usually dudes play it specifically for chicks. It's definitely a chick song. Yeah. Anyways. Then it finishes off with School's Out. Now, this finishes off with the standard version of School's Out. I personally, when I go to see Alice live, I like when he does the new version of School's Out, which is where he mixes in a part of Another Brick in the Wall at the end of it. I think it is spectacular. It's the same version you can find on the Hollywood Vampires first album. And it's that is definitely the live version you want to hear. When you hear just the standard one, it's like, yay, it's School's Out. But the second, Alice mixes in, we don't need no education, and you're just like, yeah, he just kicks it up that much higher. The mixing of those two songs. Especially as a hardcore fan, he's been doing it forever, listening to it forever. It's great to have that twist at the end. It's wonderful. And, I mean, everybody knows Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 as well. So that's makes it that much better, because you always get the automatic fan appeal where, even my kids who didn't know about it or barely knew about it when they did it live, they were still out there singing it, because my kids got to see Alice live. That was great. Taking my kids to go see Alice Cooper live, man. I think all parents that are Alice Cooper fans should take their children to go see Alice Cooper live. Alice Cooper should be like every kid's first concert, man, and ruin them for every other concert for life. Yeah. So, yes. Alice Cooper, Paranormal. This album, would I recommend it for the casual listener? Maybe, maybe not. If you're just getting into rock and roll and you want to hear some modern sounding rock and roll, modern production and techniques, okay. But realistically, in the grand scheme of Alice Cooper, this album does not crack the top 10. And if it cracks the top 20, it's going to be like around 1920 maybe. And let's be clear here. There's enough Alice Cooper studio albums out there that you can have a top 20 and leave out a lot of albums. So, what's the magic number? Yeah. I'm going to leave it there, folks. Let me know what you think. That's what the comment section is for. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. There's a link to Patreon below. Peace. Love. Take care.